If you're on a two-life path, you're what I'd call the mediator. Your primary purpose is to develop your sense of love, harmony, and balance in whatever you do. And because what we're here to do is always the most difficult thing for us to do, you will experience consistent challenges in these areas of your life. The two-life path thrives when you feel as though you are serving the needs of a group. You're the detail person, the one who always gets it done. And I found that the two can also be somewhat shy. You usually are the one who makes things happen behind the scenes. You're the motor that makes it all tick. And that can mean both in your family and also in your work life. In fact, most twos I know would rather walk through hot coals than to be the front man or the front woman or the one in the spotlight. Just the thought is enough to give you hives. Yet you love being part of group dynamics and love to set up win-win situations wherever you go. So you're also all about love, and I say that with a capital L, giving and receiving unconditional love. Your song lyric mantra could be, and I won't sing this for you, I'll spare you the singing, but it would be, I want you to want me. You seek love and have an open and giving heart. With that comes both a gift and a curse for the two-life path. You're super emotionally sensitive, so much so that you probably don't even realize how emotionally sensitive you actually are. You most likely can't even fathom that other people don't experience the world in the same emotionally raw way that you do. And it may take years for you to understand this about yourself. One of the ways you are able to serve the dynamics of the group so successfully is because you innately know what's going on emotionally with everyone in the room. And while that certainly is a gift, it can also be extremely draining. So the key for you is this: you must learn to develop a healthy sense of emotional detachment from other people in order to keep yourself happy and healthy. This is an ongoing challenge for you, and it really is imperative. I know several two-life paths who are some of the most buoyant, glowing, happy people I know. Always a good word for everyone, often focused in a consistent and healthy way on their family or their work family, and they've perfected the art of giving and receiving with love and with joy. That really is the true hallmark of a healthy two-life path person. And the thing about the life path is this: many people are pulled into the entirely opposite direction than what their life's purpose indicates for them. I call it the flip side of your life path, and we can begin to cue that Darth Vader heavy breathing here, because it's like selling your soul to the dark side. It may seem like the easiest route at the time, but it never is, because your results will always be unhappiness, ill health, and feelings of despair that you're not doing what you were meant to be doing, whatever that might be for you. So some of the key concepts for the two-life path are, and yet they're not limited to this: harmonizer, peacemaker, loving, understanding, detail-oriented, service to group dynamics, diplomacy, emotionally sensitive. Now for the issues and stumbling blocks along the way. I know you've been dying to hear this part. Since you're all about developing harmony, love, cooperation, and balance in your life, you'll experience deep challenges around these very issues. A two-life path often struggles with severe oversensitivity, can be combative rather than harmonizing, and can look for love in all the wrong places. A red flag for you is this: you give and you give and you give some more, and then you throw up your hands in a huff and abandon the person or project with the seething resentment. The key for you is to understand the signs as you're catapulting into this overgiving mode, and stop yourself before you get to that combustion point, because the resentment factor can become huge and overpowering for you. A real key is learning how to modulate your giving nature. A core lesson for you on the two-life path is that you're constantly seeking outside approval from other people. And the kicker to this is that part of the lesson that the two-life path demands from you is that you learn to seek love and approval from you, from yourself, not from other people. I've found that a person on the two-life path doesn't get a lot of pats on the back or acknowledgement for all the things they do to please others. Fortunately or unfortunately, you're not meant to. I hate to say it, yet often you spend a good amount of time and energy doing things for other people that they really don't want or need for you to do. So if you find this is indeed an issue for you, understand that this isn't a lifetime that's set up for you to get a lot of rah-rahs from other people, even though it can be an obsessive need that you might have. As soon as you give yourself all that adoration and love that you need, you'll be amazed at what can open up for you. You also might have issues surrounding love because A, you have a slightly unrealistic view of what love is on a practical level. B, you tend to give too much and then wonder, when is it my turn? Or C, you fold and blend your identity totally and completely with whomever your love interest might be, so that soon he or she becomes bored with you or unhappy, and you become unhappy because your partner's unhappy, and because no one has any idea who you really are. Okay? So sometimes you have a tendency, rather than to see everyone's point of view and be that ultimate diplomat, to become intensely self-centered and refuse to see anyone else's point of view. And this usually happens when you are feeling so emotionally wounded that you do this as a survival tool, whether you know it or not. So some of the key concepts for your flip side list might include childish, blunt, overly sensitive, needing constant acknowledgement and approval, combative, overgiving to the point of resentment. Ultimately, you may default into being over-cooperative and then withdrawing. So know that you are here to mediate and to create a harmonious atmosphere wherever you go. You're a person who needs to feel as though you're an integral part of a group and as though the service you're doing in your work and family is valuable in order to feel the most purposeful. The energy of the number 2 needs to express itself through selfless service, loving kindness, and healthy emotional and physical self-care. Your true gift to yourself and to the world lies in your gaining a strong sense of yourself, reining in and refining your acute sensitivity, and setting your personal boundaries with love and with clarity.